Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 41 of the Arsenal Football Manager series. Today, we face two massive games, starting off in the Premier League as we take on Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium. And that's where we'll be staying, as our follow-up game is at the Emirates Stadium as well, but in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. We are aiming to save our Champions League campaign, even at this early stage. You know, we did the fourth season so that we could really push for the Champions League, and at the moment we are struggling in that competition. We'll have a look at the results in a minute, but as always, guys, don't forget to drop a like on today's episode if you do enjoy it. It's muchly appreciated, and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Hit that little notification bell. Lots more Football Manager content to come over the next few months, so you'll be notified every single time I upload. So then, let's have a look at the results that we've had off camera. Of course, in the last episode, we won both games when we played Celtic in the Champions League Group G, and we followed that up with a 2-1 victory against Tottenham. Off camera, we've been a very mixed bag. We started off with a really good result against Fulham when we beat them by 4-0, and our man Esposito got his second hat-trick of the season. Of course, he scored the first in the off-camera games from the previous episode against Wolves, and he's hurt Fulham badly. He was so sharp. He's absolutely brilliant for us. What a signing he's been. That's his third goal against Fulham, and then it was rounded up in the 83rd minute. Martinelli on this left-hand side cuts it back to Ortiz, who gets his first goal for the club. I absolutely love this guy already. Ortiz has been really good for us. I'm so surprised. I mean, even when we looked at him, like earlier in the season when we brought him in, we could tell that he was a really good player, and he's down as a wonder kid. But even this, I couldn't have hoped for. He's been absolutely fantastic for us. So also off camera, and this is where the problem has come, we lost our away game to Atletico Madrid. Always a tough place to go, and it was a Thomas Lemar penalty right on half-time that gave them all 3 points in Group G. We were never really in the game. We were poor, so I'm hoping that we get a better performance today. And that was followed up with a draw in the Premier League as we took on Manchester City. Lautaro Martinez scoring twice for them, and he absolutely destroyed us. We were lucky to come away with a point. I mean, the first half was pretty even, but it was in the 51st minute when Martinez struck. He managed to get through all of our defenders, couldn't mark him, and they went 1-0 up. But we did manage to find an equaliser a few minutes later. Bellerin getting the ball into the box. Reina with a good header, and Esposito, our man, was there on the mark again. But we didn't hold that draw for long, and Lautaro Martinez got his second goal of the game. More sloppy defending from us at the back. And then in the 93rd minute, we pushed to try and get something out of the game. Luckily we did. Ball in from Barella, and Dominic Szoboszlai was at the back post, unmarked, and he managed to find the net. So quite a good result for us there. Interestingly, Sandro Tonali didn't play for Manchester City for one reason or another. I'm not too sure why. And then final game off camera, Carabao Cup 4th round, a competition that I'm not too bothered about this season, but we have carried on winning. We got a 3-3 draw against Leicester. Even again in this one, we collapsed a little bit. The first half we were amazing. We were 3-1 up by half-time thanks to goals from Luka Jovic, his first goal of the season. First goal of the club for us as well, for Marcus Edwards, and a Wilfred Ndidi own goal. That was after Anthony equalised. But 2 second-half goals took the game to penalties, and we did manage to get through. So good to get a little bit of confidence going. So big games today. Liverpool at home and Atletico Madrid at home. Here are the league tables. Let's start off with the Premier League. We're 10 games in now. Down in third position, 4 points behind Liverpool. So a victory against them today would be huge. They've started the season fantastically. We never really start seasons brilliantly, although we are still unbeaten, so we've got something to be pleased about there. But yeah, Liverpool top of the table, but we are at home. We know that we're good at home. Esposito is the top goal scorer in the Premier League as well with 11 goals. Mo Salah just behind him. And also this man, Victor Osimhen, he's on 5 goals for Liverpool. This is a man that we failed to sign in the summer transfer window. When Napoli, remember we chased him last season. Napoli actually put him on the transfer list because he didn't want to stay for 85 million. So we gave them the money. We offered him a contract, but he decided to go to Liverpool instead. So hopefully we can keep him a little bit quiet today. Now, as far as the Champions League group table's concerned, this is how we're looking. We're down in third place with 3 points after 3 games. It's not been a good start for us, so we need to try and make sure we're winning these games now. We'll have 2 home games. The first one starting today against Madrid. We're also due to play Bayer Leverkusen at home, and we're going to need to win that one. And then we've got Celtic away, which is always going to be a tough game. But one match at a time. We'll start it off today against Madrid and hopefully get ourselves a good result. So first of the 2 today then comes in the Premier League. We're taking on Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium, and we need to get ourselves a win. This is the team that I've put together that will hopefully go and do it. Leno starts in goal for us. He's been complaining about game time recently, so I'm trying to keep both my goalkeepers happy. So he's going to get the nod for a couple of games. Aarons, Ibanez, Gabriel and Tierney at the back. Barella and Guendouzi in the middle. Guendouzi's another one who's had a little moan about his game time just lately, and he was quite impressive in the last game against Leicester, so we're going to throw him in today. Pepe on the right. Aouar's going to start from the left today with Szoboszlai through the middle and Esposito up top. On the bench, Saliba, Bellerin, Taylor, Reina, Ortiz, Martinelli and Luka Jovic. Let's get straight into the game. Fingers crossed we can get 3 points and we can get back on track and chase Liverpool down a bit. Right, come on then, boys. Let's have a good win today. There's our side once again as we preview this game. I want to have a look at what the Liverpool team is. I'm a little bit fearful, I won't lie. Osimhen up top, Salah on the right, Mane on the left, Almada through the middle. They're pretty much matching us up in terms of formation. There's that league table. So if we can grab ourselves a win here, we can go just a point behind Liverpool. So plenty of emphasis on this game for us, and there's going to be an early highlight. Aouar manages to pick up the goal kick from Becker. There's a ball forward. It's cleared up. Jordan Henderson still in that Liverpool squad, along with Virgil van Dijk. Mo Salah in towards Henderson again. They have got 1 or 2 new players at Liverpool, but a lot of the core are still there that have been so successful. Of course, they do have 1... Oh, I thought that was going in. They do have 1 Premier League title under their belts out of the 3 seasons they've played. So they've got 1, City have got 1, and of course we got the 1 last season. But we're on the attack here, just in the 3rd minute. Here's Pepe on the right-hand side. Can he find himself a cross? Goes back towards Max Aarons, who's having a great season. Barella, oh, and Esposito. It was harder to miss. I think he was offside anyway, overall, but a good early opportunity for us. It's just about to drop a little encourage. Here is Osimhen, though. And I think, is he going to be offside? I'm not too sure. I think it's going to go to VAR. Hopefully, he is offside, and he is. We've got away with it. So a chance apiece. Liverpool did put theirs in the net, but luckily for us, Osimhen has been flagged offside. That's the danger that this man carries. Right, come on, boys. We've played all right so far. I've just dropped a little encourage on us as we look to play out from the back. Ibanez finds Pepe once again. Here's that man Esposito, full of confidence, but he hits it straight at Alisson Becker in goal. Can't find a cross in. It gets cleared away by Almada, but I think we've had the better chances so far. Right, chance just before half-time. It looks like it's going to be Liverpool's highlight as they have it on this right-hand side. We've been the better team so far, definitely. But Liverpool put the cross in, and that one's just over the top of the crossbar. Nothing really clear-cut. You know, you would say that Esposito maybe should have put his chance away, but as we go into half-time, I think that we've had the better of the game. Right, come on, boys. Start of the second half. I'm going to be keeping an eye on players like Guendouzi. Leno, who's doing all right today. He's been solid enough, but we might look to take Guendouzi off, I think. Just make a little change in there. He's had his start. Oh, Barella's injured, though. Injured, but wants to play on. I'm tempted to... Let's put Guendouzi into that role. We'll take Barella off, and we will bring on Giovanni Reina. Put him in there. Hopefully he can work a little bit of magic for us. But half an hour to go. Still 0-0. Right, free kick for us. This is a huge chance. Right on the edge of the box. It's going to be Reina to take it, and Reina scores his 5th goal of the season. That could be a massive goal from the substitute as we go 1-0 up. That is huge. I was expecting to see either like Szoboszlai or Aouar over the free kick, but Reina's been given the nod, and absolutely right. Gets his 5th goal for us, and that is massive. Liverpool are going to look to get straight back into it, though, and they've put the ball over the top, and Gabriel's made a mistake, and Osimhen has gone through one-on-one. Luckily for us, Leno's got us out of a hole perfectly there. Right, we are going to take Aouar off because he's on a yellow card. He's having a terrible game. He's on a 6.2, so we'll replace him with Martinelli on that left-hand side. I've got to say, in terms of Leno, he has been superb for us today, and he's justified his place in the squad. Guendouzi's looking a bit tired as well, so I think we might make a little time-wasting substitution towards the end. If we take him off, we'll bring on... Can Ortiz play in there? Maybe we'll swap Ortiz with Szoboszlai, and we'll go with a Szoboszlai and Reina central midfield. Ortiz can sit just behind the striker, but so far, all going to plan, and there's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. And there we have it. We inflict Liverpool's first defeat of the season. That's a huge win for us. It's going to be fine margins. The game was always going to be fine margins. But the free kick from Reina has been the difference. We'll absolutely praise the boys because that is a really, really good win. Now, in terms of that result, that just puts a little bit of pressure on Liverpool at the top. We're now just a point behind them. There are more games to be played. Of course, we were the late kickoff on the Friday. I may have said early Saturday. So Man United play tomorrow against Fulham. We'll show you the league table at the end of today's episode because we're going to go through now, and we've got our second massive game of today as we take on Madrid in the Champions League. Another game that we've got to win. Right then, second of the two today then, and we've got some big injury worries in the squad. We've got players like William Saliba missing. I don't know what everybody's been doing in training this week, but Milinkovic, he's been out for a little while anyway. Szoboszlai's injured. He's going to be back in 5 days' time, so he's not going to be available. Pepe, obviously, unregistered, along with Ortiz. So we're really having to rejig this side a little bit now, and I'm trying to do this based on how good Atletico are, especially in central midfield. I'm trying to solidify us a little bit. So with that, Leno starts in goal once again. Bellerin comes in at right back. Ibanez and Gabriel will keep their centre-back partnership going. Greg Taylor comes in on the left-hand side. I just feel like defensively he's a little bit more solid than Tierney. Same in central midfield. I'm kind of looking to solidify us in there a bit. Barella will play the deep line playmaker today, and Guendouzi the box-to-box. That was the other way around for the last game. Icone comes in out of the cold. He'll play on the right-hand side. Martinelli will play on the left. Aouar through the middle. He's not quite fully fit. Along with Barella and Aouar, they're not 100%. And obviously, Esposito starts up top for us. On the bench, Thomas Partey, Aarons, Tierney, Reina, Edwards, Saka, and Jovic. Hopefully, we can get this done today. I'm tempted to play Reina on the left-hand side because Martinelli's not been great, and I know that Reina can grab us a goal. We're making a last-minute change in there. Reina starts today. Let's go and get 3 points. We need to win this game, and ideally, because I think going through the group and placings can come down to head-to-head record after points. So ideally, we need to win by a couple of goals. We only lost 1-0 in Madrid. So if we can beat them 2-0, I think that gives us a slight advantage. So let's get into it. Come on, boys. Let's make it 2 wins from 2 in today's episode. Oh, come on, boys. We really, really need to win. I'm a bit nervous about our Champions League campaign. I mean, even if we lose this and we then go on and beat Bayer Leverkusen and we beat Celtic, I'm not sure that it gets us through. If we lose this, that would give us 9 points. I mean, Madrid and Bayer only need to win one more game. It's such a tough group. It really, really is. But we just have to hope and pray that we can come out of this with a good result today. I mean, when we played in that last game away from home against Madrid, they absolutely battered us in all departments. They were much the better side. But we need to try and put that to the back of our minds. Here's Hector Bellerin. Can he find a cross into the box? He finds Aouar. We're looking for some magic. We've found some magic. It's Reina once again. That last-minute decision to throw him into the side has paid off. And on 32 minutes, we managed to find the first goal of the game as Bayer Leverkusen go ahead against Celtic by a 0-0. It's going to be such a tight group. I don't know how the right back, Emerson, hasn't cleared that, but luckily for us, Reina is on the mark, and that is a perfect beginning for us. I seem to remember us playing Atletico Madrid in the first... Did we play them in the Europa League? I can't remember. Maybe it was our first season in the Champions League that they definitely knocked us out in the last 16. We're yet to beat them. We're yet to get anywhere near them. But they've got an opportunity just before half-time as they pump the ball forward. Gabriel does well to clear that up. If we can get another one before half-time, that would be brilliant. Here's Icone, who we've not seen much of this season. On this right-hand side, skips past one, finds Aouar, and that's a good save by Oblak in the Atletico Madrid goal. And that will take us into half-time with an advantage. We've had much the better of the game. We just need to keep it going for the next 45. So I've told the boys I'm extremely pleased at half-time with how things have gone. As it stands, the group... we were just about to see the group tables, but then we were interrupted by a highlight. The group is still extremely tight. As it stands, we're down in third. But I think if we can score again, that would put us above Atletico Madrid, potentially. We'll soon find out if we do grab another goal. Here's Aouar. He finds Reina, the goal scorer, once again. He's brought down. That should be a penalty. And I think it's going to be. It looks like a penalty to me. Let's see what VAR says. Indeed it is. Now, who is going to take it? It's going to be Esposito. We've seen him miss one this season, but we have seen him score a couple from the spot. And he scores this one. Perfect. Absolutely brilliant. His 13th goal of the season. What a signing this man's been. Whew. Yes, so as it stands, it goes on head-to-head record. We've scored a goal more than Atletico Madrid. We just need to keep it tight now. Aouar's looking a little bit tired, so we are going to make a change in that attacking midfield area. So we brought in Martinelli. He's not a natural in there, but I do know that he is likely to grab a goal here and there for us. I've made our last two changes as well, as Atletico have a corner. Can we get this cleared? Yes, we can, and it's substitute Saka, who's come on for Reina, who's attacking the man as he goes in. Oh, and he's fired that one just wide. Saka's been out of the reckoning so far for a little while because he's not been on form so far this season, as Ibanez clears that corner. Gabriel clears the second one. Atletico really looking to attack now, as they've dropped to third place in the group as it stands. Here's Lamar, finds Arya, who finds Pasalac, and that's cleared again by Gabriel, and we can move away with Martinelli and Jonathan Icone, who's been solid today. Goes at his man, squares it, and Esposito scores his 14th of the season. This has been our best performance all season. It really has. Madrid are such a good side. I am ecstatic with this result. So unselfish from Icone as well. He's gone through, he's one-on-one with the keeper, could have had the shot, but he sees his mate Esposito next to him. And on the 87th minute, makes it 3-0. And that will do it. A massive victory. Domination as far as the game's concerned. A complete contrast to how we played in the away leg. So again, we'll do outstretched arms. A good win, boys. Well done. And I think it helps that, as I said, we just solidified that central midfield a bit today with Barella and Guendouzi, who put in some really good performances. There is that Champions League table as it stands. It's looking much better for us. Celtic have now lost 3 of their 4 games, so I'm hopeful we can beat them. But our next game in the group is massive as we take on Leverkusen at the Emirates Stadium. So we have to win that one. If we do so, we may move top. It depends on how it works with the goal difference and the rules. We'll have a quick check. So let's have a look. There's that Champions League group. Let's have a little look at the rules and see if we can work out how it orders. So yeah, it goes, firstly, if it's the same amount of points in terms of the group stage, it goes on results between the teams. So we've got the better of Atletico now. So if we keep that the same, then we're all good. But we do need to beat Bayer Leverkusen by a couple of goals if we are going to go through. But that will end today's episode, guys, of the Football Manager series. We will come back for... I think we'll play the Leverkusen game off camera. And we'll come back for the final game of the group against Celtic at Parkhead. Because it's still going to be decided on that last game. There's no way that we're making it through with a game or even 2 games to go. It's going to go to the last one. So we'll come back for that one. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do drop a like on today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.